Hi there, I'm Angela, and today I'm going to share my O.W.L.s Readathon 2020. Don't know what that was. My O.W.L.s Readathon TBR. I'm filming with my desk as my background today because since this is a Harry Potter themed readathon, I needed to include Fox and the Harry Potter books, and these are Harry Potter bookmarks as well. So the O.W.L.s Readathon is the first of two parts of the Magical Readathon. It happens every year and is hosted by G from Book Roast. I'll link the video below that explains everything. She goes into so much detail. Her work on this is brilliant. So she explains it better than I ever could. I'm gonna link that below. A little overview, it is called the Magical Readathon. And every year you have the O.W.L.s Readathon, which is at the beginning of the year. It's going to start in April, so that's why I'm getting my TBR up now. And then in the second half of the year, there's going to be the Newts. And these are based off of the Owls and Newts exams that the characters in Harry Potter have to take at Hogwarts. O.W.L.s stands for the Ordinary Wizarding Level Exams, and she made this incredible wizarding career guide where you get to go through and see all these magical careers and pick what you want to do. The career that I chose is culinary sorcerer. I had all these fun ideas of making Harry Potter themed foods and treats and drinks and snacks throughout this month-long readathon. The only problem is that at this time everyone's staying inside. We need to stay in our home. So we'll see how many treats I'm able to make. I'm aiming for at least some, and I wanted them to be Harry Potter themed. I'm not sure that I'm going to be reading any Harry Potter this month. Maybe I will. I'm a mood reader, but if I'm not going to be reading it, I want to at least make treats from Harry Potter to get in the festive mood of this wizarding world. Now the exams that I have to pass to complete my culinary sorcerer career testing, however you want to say that, is arithmancy, charms, herbology, and potions. There are some extras, as you all know, and I'm going to be doing one of them, so I'll get to that later. But first, for the culinary sorcerer career, arithmancy is to read something outside of your favorite genre. I'm going to include these together because they're kind of interchangeable. The next one is charms, which is Lumos Maxima. Choose a book with a white cover. I originally intended this to be that, but I don't know if you can tell, this is actually gray. I don't know how picky that's gonna be. And I was intending for this to be for my arithmancy, read something outside of your favorite genre, but this is like a yellowish background as well. And this lighting you probably can't tell, but these are interchangeable. They're both outside of my comfort zone. They both kind of have a white cover. I'm gonna probably designate this one for the white cover because it is white completely on the inside. So the first book, Moon of the Crusted Snow. This is a survivalist type story, which is why it's out of my comfort zone. I've only read some and it hasn't really been a genre that I've read a lot of. This one, it seems to have an eerie edge to it, which is why I wanted to get it from the library because I like spooky, eerie things. The town gets shut down, and the thing that hooked me is that unexpected visitors arrive. The next book that I'm using for my charms exam is called In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. This is definitely also outside of my comfort zone though, because in essence it seems like it's going to be a romance, which I'm not. I like books that have romance in them, but I don't read typically books that the whole focus is on the romance. The thing that drew me to this, that made me buy it, is that there is time travel involved. That is going to get me to read your book. This one starts with a woman who has her whole life planned for her. She's with her man, everything's good to go, and then she wakes up 5 years in the future. She spends an hour 5 years in the future and she's with a completely different man, different life. After spending that 1 hour 5 years in the future, she wakes back up in her old life, in her old apartment. And it seems like over time she's gonna end up running into the man that she was with 5 years in the future. I don't know where this is gonna go. Seems like a wild ride, but The next exam that I need to take is herbology, and with herbology, it is Mimbulus Mimbletonia. You need to read a book with the title starting with an M. I would like to throw an audiobook in there just in case I want to listen to something while I'm doing something else this month. Well, this upcoming month. And I'm gonna pick Matilda by Roald Dahl. I have loved and watched that movie many times. Like many people that love books, they can relate to Matilda. And I've never read the book, so Matilda, that's gonna be happening in April. Potions is next, and that is a shrinking solution. Books under 150 pages. That was so much harder to figure out than I expected. Most books are usually around 200, and those seem short as well, but 150 was tough. I went with A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have started to listen to that as an audiobook, but I ended up having to return it. Now I checked it out as an ebook, and I might switch back and forth between the audio and the ebook. I love Sherlock Holmes, I love mysteries, I loved the show Sherlock, who doesn't? So reading the book was really entertaining. I got like maybe an hour in, so I've got a little bit more, and that's gonna be my potions exam. So those are the OWLs that I need to pass to become a culinary sorcerer. There are some additional training that you can get, and I'm gonna be doing the animagus training. I always thought that that would be such a cool thing to have. Like, it's like Animorphs, in my opinion. Like, that's what it seems like to me. I grew up with Animorphs too. And there are 3 that you need to take for that. Now, 2 of them already overlap with 2 of the exams I'm taking for my career, but since it's a whole month, I'd like to try to do them again. And so I'm gonna throw in a couple of books that are gonna fit that prompt again as well, and then there's gonna be one new one. So the test that I need to take to become an animagus is arithmancy, again, which is read a book that's outside of your genre. The book that is outside of my genre that I'm choosing for this is Let's Go Swimming on Doomsday by Natalie C. Anderson. The reason why this is outside of my favorite genre is because this is under the genre of a YA contemporary. I don't read YA very often, and I don't read contemporary very often. So this has 2 of them, and I can't wait to read this book. This book is about a young boy whose brother gets taken in to be a child soldier in a terrorist group. Later, him and his family, the main character and his family, get taken in by the CIA and told that they need to try to infiltrate this organization and figure out their next plans and what they plan to do. So this seems like it's going to be full of drama. Even though it's YA, even though it's contemporary, it has that hard-hitting subject matter that I like, and I'm sure it's going to have a lot of depth to these characters and the situation. So this is exactly my cup of tea, even though it is a genre very much outside of my comfort zone. Then the second exam is potions, which again is shrinking solution under 150 pages. For potions, I picked it off of my bookshelf. I haven't read this one in years, and I'm excited to reread it. This is a graphic novel slash comic. Is it a comic? I mean, comic, graphic novel, either way. It is Star Wars Shattered Empire. The art on this, ooh, beautiful. Looking a little evil. I love Star Wars. I love all of Star Wars. So many people only like certain bits. I love the first 3. I love the prequels. I love the current 3 that it just wrapped up. I love the whole universe. I like watching it. And this is a journey to The Force Awakens, which is the first in the in the 3 newest movies. And it'll help heal my wounds from The Rise of Skywalker, because that wrecked me. So hopefully this will bring me a little more joy. And then the last exam that I need to pass for animagus training is Transfiguration. That's going to be a new one for me, and the prompt is to read a book that has a shapeshifter in it. I am getting to A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the second book in the, I don't know if the trilogy has a name, but the first book is A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and the shapeshifter is Ren, who is Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Except in this one, he really is more of a shapeshifter. He can be a human, and then he can turn into the Beast monster as well. The second book, I don't know what it's about. The first one, it is about the Prince Ren. He is cursed, and him and his head soldier, whose name is Gray, by the way, and he is amazing, they need to try to find a woman to fall in love with him so that the curse can be broken. And they're able to go between their enchanted realm and then into our world now. I believe it was Washington, D.C. And Gray goes over, brings back a female, is amazing. Her name is Harper, and she comes back to his world. It's great. It was such a quick, amazing read. I was surprised by how much I liked it. It wasn't mind-blowing or anything, but it was just good. It was one of those books that you read through in 1 or 2 sittings, and you enjoy the characters, you enjoy the world, and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. How much more? I mean, so those are the exams that I'm going to be taking for my owls in April. Those are the books that I'm going to be reading, and as I said, I'm going to do my best with some culinary sorcery to make some Harry Potter inspired treats and snacks and drinks and anything like that. I hope everyone has a great time. I am so excited that Culinary Sorcerer was a new career because that's the first time I've ever seen it. I am not a cook. I can cook, but I'm not a cook. And this would be fun to just expand my horizons, especially because these would be like British type foods, I'm sure, because that's a lot of the things that were in the book. Let me know what you're reading, and I wanted to have this be interactive where you can pick some of my books because I want to be able to read things that you want so that we can talk about it. That's why I joined BookTube. I want to talk to people about books. But as of right now, I don't have access to get new titles from the library if you're recommending me some. So as of right now, these are the ones I'm gonna be reading. They look great, so thank you so much for watching. I look forward to watching everybody else's owls and their reading vlogs and their wrap-ups all throughout the month of April. It's such a lovely, whimsical, magical time. So thank you to G from Book Roast for putting all this hard work into this readathon every year. Have a good day.